Okay, welcome back to our Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea campaign. This is session 71. The heroes have found themselves stranded in a remote part of Hyperborea and got a tour, we'll say, of a strange tower floating above the ground, occupied by a couple of strange, very beautiful, but probably very alien creatures who told them of a peril, that there is a rift opening in the Gulf, in the Black Gulf, a rift that will eventually open wide enough to let through Kraken, the destroyer and disintegrator. And they are trying to build a device, a weapon to stop that. As a side effect of this, it's bringing in some of those monsters that are killing people in Hyperborea, but collateral damage, how these things work. With that being said, the party has decided to hang out a bit, and as we kind of come into this, they're on level 2 of this strange tower, the hospitality center. After having a good night's sleep, we will kind of go in and introduce these various characters, and we'll go from there. So let's start with Crystal. Tell us about your character, Crystal.
Rowan Seach, the pyromancer, currently sits at a table, a candle in front of her, as she breathes in and out, concentrating on one of her spells. After a few moments, she takes the candlelight upon her finger and touches it to her forehead, burning the spell into her brain. And that is Rowan Seach, the pyromancer.
Nice. Okay. Nikki, tell us about your character.
I play Pinesta, the bard, and originally she was a little bit nervous about these people. She's still not sure she quite trusts them, but after defeating their lackey by the skin of their teeth, now she's contemplating a trip to the stars, possibly, if we decide to assist them in their quest to stop the Kraken. So that's kind of where she is and what she's thinking about right now, and that's Pinesta.
Excellent. Rush, tell us about your character.
So I'm playing Revna Kavaldheim, who is a Viking legerdemainist and practitioner of both the magical arts and of the arts of shadow. And at this point, Revna she just doesn't know. She's gotten to the point now to where she doesn't know which way is up. Nothing is as it should be. But now she's in this strange tower talking to these strange creatures from another world. And all she can think of is, I want to go home. I want to go back to her own people, or go back to crap, I can't even remember the town where we were at. She just wants to go home, and but at the same time, she knows that heading to the stars is the only way that she's probably going to get there, and she'll either be successful, or if she does die, she only hopes that there will be someone to tell the story of the amazing adventure and the amazing death that she sets herself upon. So at this point, she's just along for the ride, and that is Revna.
Excellent. Also with the party are the Amazonian cleric, Helene, who joined the party several years back on their quests to Crystal Point. She is kind of taking in this whole situation in stride, as she usually does. Doesn't say much what she needs to, but her hammer is strong and her spells are powerful. And newly added to the party, maybe purposefully or not, is Gunhild, the Viking warrior. She is clad in ancient copper mail and wields a powerful magical spear. It may or may not be her fault that they're there currently. She's not really sure, if it is her fault, but, the some of the party members seem to think so. In any case, her goal is to destroy these black hideous creatures that slew her mother and seem to be plaguing Hyperborea. So she's kind of morose and just sitting, getting ready in the morning. The magic user with the party, the wizard, Ixian wizard, has asked to go to the room with all the books and stuff to study, and one of the massive white apes with 4 arms and a head the size of 3 watermelons has brought him through the disintegration reintegration device to that floor, or at least that's what the party was told. They came this morning for him, and he'd been gone now for maybe half an hour. The invisible helpers that seem to be in this room all the time have brought food, breakfast food, Grand Slam breakfast, stacks of pancakes, typical breakfast fare, orange juice. You have not heard or seen the masters this morning. So, yeah. What would you like to do?
So, are we in agreement that we are going to help these people then? Run Situaas Panesta?
I mean, I think we should. I think if we tried to take this place down, I don't think we would succeed, at least not very easily. And I think they might have a point. I don't know what timeline they're operating on. I don't know if the Kraken's going to come next year, tomorrow, or next millennia. But I think it's good to try to stop this from happening if we can. What do you think, Revna?
She kind of sits there for a moment. She kind of looks over at you and she says, I believe that trying to face down these creatures would be the death of us. If not all of us, most of us. And so it would be the foolish to do so. I just don't know how much more or less foolish it is to do what they ask, but we faced, I don't know that we faced worse. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I know what'll happen here. I don't know what'll happen there. So I choose there. And they seem to be fair. They seem to have been fair to us so far. I don't feel like they have lied, and if they have, they've been very good about it, but they seem to be very straightforward and to the point with everything. So.
Also, they're not creepy old men, so that's a plus.
Right. They're good-looking young people, so of course you could trust them. Gunhild says, when you finish Revna, he says, you make a strong point, but wouldn't it be better to die in a glorious battle and stop the evil? Seems to me they're bringing these black creatures into Hyperborea and so carelessly they could kill innocent people, and have killed innocent people. Looks at you a little bit, as Viking women do. Viking to Viking.
Well, they've also told us that if we can help them, then, they will be able to stop those creatures. They don't seem to think that they are any kind of significant threat. So
the creatures were brought in by them, and the fact that they got loose and they did what they did was unintentional, and you have had your vengeance upon the creature that attacked your family.
Should I care only of my family?
If we
and you say not dangerous, but she looks at Roy and Siege, and she says, a single creature wiped out an entire village. Is that nothing?
If we vanquish the creature that they say, then all of it goes away. But if you would like to stay and fight all of them, then by all means, you are more than welcome. You are not beholden to me or any of the rest of us.
Great.
We go to fight the greater evil.
I think if we can get the greater evil to be not a problem, then these creatures will go away. Didn't they say it was a side effect of what they were doing to stop the Kraken?
They
Yeah.
did.
That's my point. Yeah.
So
They did say
I'm trying
that,
to explain
Helene
it
says.
to Grunhild. I'm trying to explain it. And, yeah.
Yeah, Helene says that is what they said, but as you mentioned, Panesta, I did not see a timeline mentioned, and when dealing with creatures of this nature, and dealing with the gods, a single human life is but a blink of an eye. That being said, I don't see a better way than to align with those who might be able to get us home. I'm not sure I trust the witch's bird to get us where we need to be.
I mean, our other choice, and there is another choice, but our other choice is to just try to get home ourselves by traveling through the wilds of Hyperborea where we don't even know exactly where we are. I can't see that being a viable option, but it is an option.
My vote on that one would be a strong no thank you.
Yeah, that's what I thought,
Yeah.
but I had to throw it out there. So it looks like we're helping them. And if it turns out that we can't help them, then we can talk about what happens then.
Yeah. Gunhild just kind of under her breath, she's kind of like, well, a Viking that runs from battle and is afraid of the sea. And then she turns around.
Teenagers, I say. Because I was one like 5 minutes ago, but I'm still like, nah, I'm the old lady.
You guys are only a couple of years older than she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
She's like 17.
Experience.
Yeah.
Experience
Exactly.
means much, but
Yeah, for sure.
Well, shall we?
I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say Revna would hit as she turns around and does her little snarky teenagery thing. Revna would just leave one last parting comment of you asked us to come help you and we dropped everything and we did, and it cost us our friend's life. The least you could do is return the favor and help us without foul word and fouler attitude.
Oh, I thought that our paths were not connected and we could each do what we want. But now
Okay,
we are
well.
a team. Are we or are we not?
No. We are whatever you want us to be. Do you want to be a team? Come along.
Yeah. She just turns around and goes back to what she was doing. Which is basically nothing because she has nothing to do. She like turns and there's like nothing there. She's like making her spear get smaller and bigger.
I suppose we should go talk. We should find the masters and see what they want us to do. We never did actually get a clear picture of exactly what they wanted.
Yep. And Revna would look over at Panesta and say, for the sake of our hesitant companion, perhaps we could ask them, if we vanquish this Hydra, will those flying creatures also vanquish with them?
We can ask that for sure.
Okay. Yeah. So you're kind of getting yourselves ready to. Where are you going to go? You're going to use the teleporter.
Yeah, I'll make sure I take
yeah. So good.
Yeah, I don't know where they'd be. I don't necessarily want to go to their room.
That's where they said they would usually be at.
True. But I'll make sure we take the little thing with the seal on it, just in case. I don't want to be in the tower without it. So.
Right. Yeah. You definitely got the idea that you need that tag to get around. They took Ali, like one of the residents took Ali, so that's why he was able to go. Just like you were brought around by yourself the first time. So yeah, you
Right.
definitely can do that. If you get on the little pad again, there's that little number pad which you can read because they're in Hellenic, which are basically the same numbers, and their level was 9. You remember that? Did you want to get on there and press the button?
Yes. Yep. This is what we want to do.
Is everyone going?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. Yep. So Helene's, she's got her plate mail armor on now, and Gunhild's been ready. So they get on with you. So the 5 of you get on the teleporter, and you press number 9, I'm guessing.
Yes.
All right. You press the button, and you are disintegrated. And then you are reintegrated. Well, I like to disintegrate you guys. I never get to disintegrate you so often. It's so good. You are reintegrated back up on level 9. And as you are kind of reintegrated up there, you see that you can see now that the curtains into area A and B have been pulled open. And you see both of the masters kind of sitting on the beds. And they both kind of turn as they hear the sound. You would imagine it must make some kind of sound. And they get up and turn. So by the time you kind of step out, they're kind of standing where the letters A and B are. And they see you and they say, it's good that you have come. We have a mission for you. You said you are willing to help in our endeavors, no?
That's correct. Now, can I ask one question?
Of course, we have the knowledge of the universe in all time.
Oh, well, this was a more simple question. But if we do this and we can stop the Kraken from trying to come through, will this also stop the other monsters from coming through?
Well, they're not coming through. They live in the Gulf. So let's get you ready to go. Have you eaten?
Yes.
Okay. Good. And he turns. This is Atlas. He turns and walks back towards to the right where his a bedroom or whatever. And the woman who for the life of me I can never remember her name. Apsia or something.
Oh, I have it.
Yeah. She. It's like way at the beginning of the level. Sorry.
Estasia.
Astasia. Yeah. So Astasia looks at you and she says, it is quite cold where you are going. So you may need to be prepared for that. Of course, you're already dressed for cold because it's the winter. But and she kind of looks at you. She's like, are you prepared for the cold?
Well, how cold are we talking? Where are we going? You have to explain the mission. I mean, we're willing to help, but we need to know what we're doing.
Oh, yes. It's very cold.
Yep. Okay, what's the mission?
Oh, and she turns and she walks away and she goes back into her area. And then Atlas walks back up and he's got a small, like, crystal in his hand. It's about, I totally stole this from the Dying Earth. It's about this big and it's a silver crystal. And he sticks it out. He says, one of you should take this.
Okay.
Roy and Sage will take it.
Okay. When you crush the crystal, you will be brought back here below the tower. You recall how to get in, right?
Underneath.
Right.
Yes.
You
I
will be
recall.
brought back there. Crush it, and anything within... kind of looks around. He kind of points to different columns. You get it feeling about 30 feet or so. He's like, anything within this type of range here will be brought. Any living thing. And what you're wearing, of course. It is cold where you are going, so be careful.
Yes, where are we going?
Have you got the device? He's yelling over his shoulder. And she comes back. She's got this kind of big... It almost looks like... because Vanessa's seen this, so this is what you would be reminded of. The flamethrower. So it's basically these two big, like, canisters connected together. and it's got like a device attached to the side that has a long hose. Well, not long. It's like maybe 4 foot long hose. It's got a handle on it. It looks kind of like that flamethrower you saw. And there's straps, obviously, you can wear it like a backpack. And then she goes back with it. She's by the way, this thing looks big and heavy, and she's literally just holding it in one hand like it's nothing. And she says, "You'll need this. Have you told them the mission, Atlas?" And then he turns, he says, "Aha! You will be sent to a distant planet. Have you heard of Sedastor?"
I don't think so.
Ah, not many have. Ah, what a terrible place. It has died many, many times over, and now it's dying its final death. Cold and sandy, ice forms, no moons circle around Sedastor anymore. It has fallen out of orbit with its sun. In any case, there is just a bit of the original ocean that still exists, and I need you to collect it with this device. Put the end into the ocean and press the button, and it will draw it in.
So you want us to collect ocean water for you?
The last bit of ocean water on Sedastor.
Okay. And this will help with your mission?
Yeah, this is very important.
Oh. I look over at Ronsiech and Revna, and I'm like, okay. And then I say, what purpose will this ocean water serve?
These are matters that do not, they're of no importance to you. They're important, and we are working on a universal scale here. Things that those of your kind could never possibly understand. There are rifts in the Black Gulf. Kraken is coming. We have very little time.
How
Have
much
you eaten?
time? Oh, yes, we've eaten. Thank you. How much time do we have?
You should probably be back in a few hours. The air is not very good on Sedastor. And you feel your entire body is just like ripped, like you're being torn apart. And you can actually see like through the backs of your eyes in a sense. You're almost like ethereal as you're being ripped off Hyperborea and thrown into the Black Gulf. You're flying through space through the Black Gulf, which is effectively space. And you actually see yourselves like you're going so fast, clearly, because you see the moons, you see Saturn, you rip through the rings of Saturn, you rip through some other planets that are out there, you pass Yoggoth, which is a black mass that you can barely see the reflections of. And for a while, which seems like a long time, it's hard to really judge time because you're in kind of like a bit of a almost like a dream state. You're just in absolute, complete darkness. You can't see each other. You could barely see anything. You just basically see light going by, drifting as you're going through stars. And then eventually you feel like the lines, because you're passing, slowing down. You can tell that you're slowing down. You see ahead of you seems to be a huge gray mass. And you are rocketing towards it at incredible speed. You realize, of course, as you're coming closer, it's a planet. You've never been in space before, so this is probably completely weird for you. You kind of fly over the surface of it, and you can see like there's like land masses or probably oceans where you can see there huge areas where it's dropped down, and you kind of sink down into what was probably the area of an ocean, and you're kind of zooming along, and then you can actually see it actually drops down into like a bit of a crevasse or a valley, and there's like you're dizzy, and then you all of a sudden you feel like you're in your bodies again, and you are on your knees vomiting. The dirt and sand that's on the surface is hard and rough, almost like volcanic sand. The air is incredibly frigid and hard to breathe. So at first you're you're vomiting, and so if you're vomiting before, you're like, but then you realize even after you stop that like it's a bit hard to breathe. It takes you a minute to kind of get. In fact, everybody will need to do just a test of Constitution at this point.
Okay. Test it. Ooh.
Ooh, okay, not good.
2 and 6 chance. Let's see. Oh no, I rolled a 6.
Oh, that's not right. 36 is not correct.
A test of con.
Test of con.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ooh,
nice. Oh, it still says 36. Why is it saying 36? There we go. Fail. Okay. Okay. So I think I put these in wrong. Okay, there we go. Boom. Okay, blind bolt NPCs fell. Okay, so did anybody succeed? It looks like Revna did. You failed, Presta?
Yes,
Or
I
you
failed.
succeeded? Okay. All right. So the only person who's braving it out is Revna. You kind of get up first, or you see first. Sitting on the ground, kind of in front of you, you're all kind of in a small group, is that device, that big like backpack thing. It's just sitting there. You can see that the ground is kind of rough, and you're at the edge of a deep crevasse. You can actually see that there seems to be not necessarily a path, but there's definitely a way that seems to go down into it. And it's pretty dark here, because obviously the stars far away, and it's at kind of at a low angle, so it almost feels like the end of the day. Like you can just see like your shadows drifting off into this area, and you can see this kind of pathway leading down into the crevasse. I've said crevasse more times in that sentence than I've ever said in my life. It's made of strange-looking red stone. The rest of the surface is completely covered with this grayish black sand, but you can see that inside this area it's like split, and it's like a red stone, and there's almost like a ledge that leads down into it. It is really, really cold. Everybody who failed the test of Constitution is going to take a D4. You can just do it yourself.
Okay.
Damage as the cold air kind of rips at your lungs.
Okay. Let's see. I take 2.
For Gunhild and 4. Okay, 1 each. Okay, just a point damage. After that, you kind of recover from it. But you're able to kind of, you see Revna. She was the only one that took the warning that it was going to be cold, because it is absolutely frigid. Like you can actually feel like your fingers and stuff are numb. And you guys have been in cold places before. And you can actually, there's like a kind of a wind ripping across that's making it even worse. And this kind of volcanic sand is kind of buffeting your armor. I mean, mostly everybody's in armor, I guess, road sieges. But anybody in like armor, it's kind of bouncing off. But you can tell this would not be ideal to be in for a long period of time. So what do you guys want to do?
When Rowan Siege recovers, she'll go ahead and grab that tank if she can, and put it on her back.
Okay,
I don't know
you'll
if
just
she's
be
strong
encumbered.
enough.
Yeah, you can lift it. You're just automatically encumbered when you have it, so it's going to slow your movement down by 10. And it might even be heavily encumbered, actually. It weighs 150 pounds. How strong are you?
I'm only 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you can't even lift it.
Okay.
So you can't, unfortunately. You try to get it, you can't lift it.
I can try. I have 14 strength.
Okay, yeah, 14 strength. You would be...
Let's do strong.
You can lift it. You're heavily encumbered. So you're going to be minus 20 on your movement and minus 2 to your AC while you've got it on your back.
Okay.
I mean, you can certainly take it off your back, but it would be it'll be what you'd have to do that turn. Like if you have to do something,
Okay.
like
Got it.
if it involves combat. And it's not really an issue, and the movement stuff's not really going to be an issue unless you get into combat. So, yeah, so you put it on your back. It's very heavy. You're like, I'll get. The brawny Goodhild kind of just looks.
Yes, I got it unstuck from the sand for you. You're welcome.
Oh, well, thank you. That was important. let's go get this ocean and get out of here.
Yes, let's do that.
You guys
Oof.
think that they're being a little bit they're cagey, right? It's not just me, because you guys know I'm paranoid, so I'm just making
No.
sure I'm just not being paranoid, but they're not answering my questions, right?
They're
No,
being a
they're-
little bit cryptic for sure.
Yeah. Not a fan.
Okay. Just making sure.
Okay, yeah. So you guys are going to head down into the you clearly you've been dropped at the foot of a path. Marching order. Gunhild will go first, unless one of you really wants to go first, because she's not encumbered and she has a big spear.
I'll take up the rear.
Okay.
How much light is there?
It is not particularly what you notice as you kind of you figure it's like end of day, like after the sunset you have that like bit of light, so it's light, but you can see that of course when you go down into it's going to get darker. If you look down over the side into the crevasse, by the time you get to probably you're down like 100 or so feet, it's going to be like you're inside a dungeon or whatever. It's going to be dark.
All right. Rowan said she's gonna cast candle, and then she's gonna light up a torch using candle.
Okay. Who wants to be second?
I can be second with the thing.
Okay. How about and we'll put Road Siege in the middle.
Sounds good.
Okay. Do you want to be all the ways in the back, Revna, or do you want Helene with the plate armor to be behind you as a protection?
Shit, I don't know.
Okay, then Helene will go
Yeah,
behind
that's
you.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah, that way you got heavy armored people on both sides. So Gunhild, Nesta, Ronsiech, Revna, and Helene. Who will be okay? So are you giving the candle thing to Gunhild like you've done in the past onto her spear, or are you going to hold on to both things?
Yeah, I'll light up the tip of her spear as well.
Okay. Yeah, you'll take that because she's up front. Yeah, so she takes the spear. She's got her shield out, and she's just doing the spear in one hand right now. And you guys start to head down into this this valley. It's very quiet once you get out of the wind. Like up top, you don't even realize it when you're standing up there because you're talking. But once you kind of get down in past maybe like 20 feet down, you realize the wind was really loud. And now that you're down here, you can still hear it whipping by, but it's not nearly like it's not buffeting your ears. Nikki, roll a d6 for me.
Okay. 5.
Okay. So as you're heading down, it's pretty smooth at first. Like the first maybe 20 minutes to an hour of your walking, you're thinking, is this thing going to end because it's almost like too perfect of a path? It's actually somewhat wide as well. As you continue down, though, you realize that it starts to, you think it's going to actually break off. And there's areas where there's chunks of it that kind of fall away, but it's never an area where you have a problem getting by. And you're definitely going down almost in a straight line along the kind of the wall of this red stone. You realize the stone itself is quite ancient, and it looks like it was probably worn away by water. It's pocketed and stuff, as if a stone that's been underwater. You guys have been underwater before. But other than that, it's just particularly quiet. You just hear crunchy, crunch, crunch, crunch as you're going. Ronsi, roll me a d6 or a crystal.
Oh, okay. 6.
Nice. Cool. All right. I might get lucky here. All right. So you end up reaching a point where you're going to have to climb down. It's not so much... it's not completely vertical, but it's definitely you got to sit on your butt during parts or turn around and kind of climb down as you're moving through the sand. Now you've reached a point where it's completely dark and you've burned out at least one torch because you've been traveling for about an hour.
Okay. I'll use candle to light up another one and also use it on the spear again.
Okay. Yeah, and at that point, you guys stop for a second. It is very, very cold, and everybody can now make another test of Constitution. You've been traveling for an hour in the cold.
Oy.
Damn.
Test of con.
Test
Wow.
of con.
Boy, I'm bad at
I
testing.
made
Oh,
it.
okay. Made it.
That's
Nice. Good. All right. If
Okay.
you make it, you're good. If you fail, a D4 damage. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oops.
All right. Nice. So like I say, you climb down. It's a little bit precarious with the ocean carrying device and everything, but you're able to kind of move down past this rocky area. You light up new torches, and you continue to move deeper into the crevasse. Go ahead and rush and roll me a d6.
Okay.
Get to the ocean. Okay. You come down and you reach up an area where it kind of you think you've reached the bottom effectively. It's still slanting very, very much, and it's very gravelly with like loose rock and stuff, and you can probably debris has fallen. So you're kind of walking it downhill, but it's kind of like every few steps you're like, slipping. So it's a bit precarious. And then after traveling for just your torch is about to burn out again, you're kind of coming up on another hour of travel. You see, just as you stop to light a new torch, you see reflecting in your light a pool of water. It's not very big. It's probably about 30 feet in diameter. It's not perfectly round, of course, but it's kind of filling the area there. It's got this almost greenish blue hue to it as it reflects the torchlight, and you can actually smell a bit of salt. Like salt water, basically, as you're getting closer to it. But because that was another hour, everybody give me one more test of Constitution down here.
All right. Oh, failed. I'll take another 3 points of damage.
Ooh, okay. All right. Wow. Helene does not like this. And she says, it is not this cold in Amazonia.
Yeah.
Okay. Gunhild at this point is braving it. All right, yes, you see what is effectively a pool of water in front of you, about 30 feet. We'll say you're about 60 feet away from it. Now the torchlight is just barely reaching it. It's got a kind of a bluish green look to it. Not like a mossy, gross green, but like a ocean kind of, when you're in the deep ocean, like out by like Tahiti, if you've ever been out there, it has that kind of greenish look to it. That's kind of what it looks like.
All right. I look at everybody else. Say, should I just go get the ocean?
I say, let's get it and let's get out of here.
Okay, just watch my back in case, something terrible comes out of it or sneaks up on, all the things that have happened before. I'll go put the hose in there. Or like they
All right, so
said.
you're going to walk up by yourself? Like you're just going to leave everybody back 60 feet, or what's everybody else doing?
No, I'm
They-
gonna go up there. I'm not.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
They-
going with her.
Yeah, they can come if they want. I mean,
Oh yeah. For sure, Gunhild is not going to let you go by yourself. All right. Yeah. So I guess you just walk up together, basically. As you approach the pool, you get about 10 feet away from it or so, and you actually can see that it actually is like lapping, almost like the ocean does on a shore. And it stops when you get about 10 feet away, and you hear a voice, a female voice, it says, "Who would come to my shores so late in my life?"
Oh no. Oh God, I look over at the other. Is this ocean sentient? Because that's
Well, if it is, just ask nicely.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I am Panesta of far off places, and who am I addressing?
My name is Lissapal.
Lucifala?
Lissapal.
Lucifal.
Lissapal. I am the siren of the ocean, the voice of the seas. I am the one who protects and draws the mariners.
Oh,
I have seen much in my life, but now I am but a piece of what I was.
what happened?
All things age, all things pass, all things change.
I see. Are you dying?
This world is dying, and I shall die with it, for that is my fate.
Well, are you part of the water then?
I am.
Part of the water. Well, we are going to return to a world that, as of right now, is not dying. We could take you with us.
No, my destiny is here.
How do you know that?
Why would I want to be a drop in another ocean after being all that was and all that ever will be in the oceans of Sadastar? Sadastar.
Revna would speak and say, "Well, our oceans are vast, deep, and blue. There is no telling what you could become."
Yes, as was I, as was I.
Well, isn't existence better than non-existence, even if it is just a drop?
I don't think so.
Oh. I look back and I'm kind of like, I don't know what to do. If we take the water, we'd take you too, right?
I am the water.
I am the water.
Do not take me. You may have my treasures if you'd like. They are vast.
We have been given a quest, for lack of a better word. Apparently, there is a terrible creature that is trying to make its way into our world, and if it succeeds, it could mean the end of our world. A creature that the ones who sent us here have referred to as the Great Kraken. Do you know the creature of which they speak?
The dimensional dweller, the time traveler, the destroyer.
I believe
Yes.
yes.
All
And
right.
in order to uh, defeat the creature, they say they need a small vial of your waters. But when they sent us to get them, they did not tell us of you or that these waters were your home or anything like that. So is there any way that you can help us without it harming you?
You want just a small vial.
I look over at Pinestas and I believe that was just a small vial they gave us, was it not? Or did I miss something?
Well, I've got this big thing with canisters on my back.
This giant
Oh.
canister thing with a hose on it.
That's not what I thought that was.
So I'm just looking at you like, no, I think they want all this water.
Retcon. I didn't know that's what that
it's fine. I figured you missed that because I didn't know if you were trying to trick her. That's why I was asking.
Nope, not trying to trick her.
No. They told you if you missed it, they want the ocean. They just said collect the ocean. What was left of the ocean is what they said.
Oh. Yeah. All right. So in that case, she would say they sent us to collect what was left of the ocean. So But obviously, we do not wish to cause you any harm. Is there any way that if we take you back with us, that you can separate yourself from this water and bind yourself with another body so that the destroyer can be defeated?
I am the oceans of Sedastor. Could you separate yourself from your body and become different?
I mean, I reckon not. I just kind of turn my head to Panesta and I'm just like, just very quietly, I'm just like, well, this sucks. This really sucks.
It does. So what do you think, Rowan Feach?
We came here for a purpose.
Oh, I love that. Ice cold.
I know.
I say Lucipal, right?
Yes.
Lucipal?
Lysipal. Yep. Lyspal.
Oh,
Lysipal. I think that's how you say it, Lysipal.
yeah.
Or maybe it's Lispial. Lispial, I guess is how you pronounce it.
I'll
It's
say
Lysipal now.
we need
good
your
enough.
help. We desperately need your help. Isn't there anything that would convince you? Is there anything that would convince you to let us take you with us?
You, if I believe that you are creatures like those who were the mariners who floated upon me when I was strong and large, you believe that you have a destiny or an afterlife or a place to go when you are done. Removing me would be effectively robbing me of that.
Okay.
The Kraken, if it is meant to come, will come.
I see.
Take my treasures, but leave me. And, you're kind of standing there. You can see the waters kind of move back a little bit. And then, they kind of go back like a wave. And you see there's actually a bunch of treasure there. There's, so a bunch of jewelry, kind of all almost like it's like been washed up. It's still under the water a little bit. She shows it to you, then she moves back. There's basically a whole bunch of jewelry, like half dozen or more pieces of jewelry, some gems, some platinum, just kind of piled up there.
I'm going to look back at the others. And I'm going to say, I don't think I can do this. Take her against her will. It's just not something I can do. We could take the jewelry and the gems and stuff, and if they can give me a better explanation as to why they want this thing, maybe we can come back. But I don't know. I don't think I can do it.
I look over at the siren and I say, do you by any chance, we were told that if we crush this crystal, it will take us back to the tower. Is there any chance that do you have a magic about you that would put us back at our home, not trapped?
That is a very good question, Rush. Let me check something. I just want to check to see how this thing works.
No, go right ahead.
Yeah. I did not suspect that you would think that, and that is a very good thing. Let's see. Because it does actually have a way to move, but I don't know if it can move you back to where you want to go. Let me just see. Okay, that's teleport. All right, let me see. I think that it can teleport you. I'm just this is obviously I just watch how teleport spell works. Since it doesn't know where you live, it might not be able to teleport you back exactly where you want to go. Distance is irrelevant. Okay. Okay. Let me just check something. Because I think it also has the ability. I like this out of the box thinking. Yeah, okay. Because it also has ESP. So it says, if you allow me to penetrate your mind to see the place, I can actually transport you. I will need you to make contact, though, with me. So take from the treasure that earring, this earring, and the water rolls back, and you see a small earring. And whoever takes it, I will be able to read your mind, and that should allow me to move you back to where you belong.
So I hold up one finger as if to say, hold on just a moment, and I turn back to the other two.
Do you pull them aside?
Huh? Do I hold up a what?
No. That's because if you there's a show Harmon Quest where they're playing D&D, they're constantly pulling people aside. Does that become like a running joke on?
Oh, yeah.
So
I turn back to the other two, and I look at them both, and I say, well, there's the other option. She can put us back. I don't know why I can't remember the name of the town that all our stuff is in.
Oh, Khromarium?
Khromarium. If she can put us right back to Khromarium, we can just be done with the whole thing.
Rowan Siege will hand Revna the teleportation crystal, and she will start walking towards the earring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Revna would look and be like, "Are you okay? You're not really kind of being yourself here."
It's focused.
Well, I mean, either we do this and get sent home, or we don't and we die.
Well, I know, but I was kind of hoping for some opinion here.
Well, do you want to touch the earring?
Well, I mean, I'm a little bit on Panesta's side. I don't exactly want to suck a sentient and what appears to be good-natured person up into this machine. And I am a Viking, and we
And Rowan Sage will reach down and grab the earring.
Okay, yeah. You have to walk maybe 5 feet into the water. There's all this treasure laying there, and you reach down and you grab the earring, you pluck it up. It's a very simple earring. It's actually not even silver. Look, it was silver, but it's probably some kind of just like metal, like the costume jewelry. Probably not worth very much. But you pick it up, and when you do, the water goes back under your feet, and from the pool erupts like a burst of water. And how far? Yeah, about 60 feet above, you see a woman. She is nude. She has horns coming out of her head and large bat wings. And she says, "Aha! Thank you. I've been trapped in that pool for a long time." And she says, I will help you. She says, you can see her kind of back up as she paused. But, she says, I need you to do something for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, everybody wants us to do something for them. I can't believe this is just stomping around angry.
I start looking for the button on the vacuum cleaner. That bitch.
He says, yeah.
What do you want?
There are two giants who dwell in this valley. They have too long drunk from my waters of salty coldness and done other things I will not speak of, knowing that just plucking the earring from the ground would have freed me. Kill these giants for me, and I will bring you home.
I look at the other two and I say, people seem to jerk us around a lot lately. They want us to help, they want us to kill things for them. They said smashing the crystal in the proximity of something living would take everything back. Maybe we should just try to find these two giants, smash the crystal, take them back with us, and we'll all destroy the tower and go home.
Or we could just run in the water and smash the crystal and take this thing back with us, since that appears to be what they want to begin with.
Runsich is going to controlled fireball blast.
Okay, you want to cast a spell at her? All right.
What are you doing?
Yes.
What the hell are you doing?
All right. Oh, you can do that. I mean, she's looking right at you. You're not going to be able to cast a spell by surprise. We'll have to roll initiative. What does everybody else want to do? Unless you want to stand there while you're doing that.
Somebody stop Crystal. She's out of control.
You can stop her. What does everybody want to do?
No, I'm just...
at this point, I'm going to put the hose in the water.
Okay, you're going to stick the hose in the water.
Yep.
You're going to cast Fireball. What's Revna going to do?
Refna's just sitting there still in the middle of a conversation about how Vikings really respect sirens or fear sirens because of all of this. She's like still thought all this shit just boom, all of a sudden just happens.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, good notes on your side there. She's not attacking her. Okay, so do you want to do something second phase depending on what happens? Because you're kind of stunned. Is that fair? Rush?
I'm sorry, say that again?
You're basically stunned, so you'll do something second phase, maybe.
Yeah, I think I would be stunned because I was like in the middle of a sentence and all of a sudden shit just blew up all around me.
No, you're right there. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, and Gunhild and Helene are also not expecting there's going to be a fireball shot randomly. All right, so go ahead and roll initiative, Crystal. The creature got a 4.
Okay. One.
Okay. It sees you beginning to cast a spell, and it crosses its arm in midair and says, "I wouldn't do that." That's all it does. It doesn't do anything else. It's basically holding its action until second phase, depending on what you do. It doesn't know what spell you're casting, obviously. It just knows you're about to cast a spell. You stick the hose in the water, Vanessa.
Yep.
Yeah, and press the button, and it starts to sucks the water up into it.
Okay.
I guess that's because movement happens. No, hold on, this is backwards. Melee missile movement happens outside. So actually, you're going to do that. Magic happens first. Go for it. 3 fireball. What is your caster ability?
7.
7. Okay, so she's got it.
And you said it's like 60 feet in the air, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I should be able to cast it without it blowing up on us.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because you got a 40-foot radius, right?
Yeah. I can shrink it if I need to, because this is a controlled fireball.
Yeah. You throw the fireball at this creature, and you see the shock of lightning, the fire shoot out like it normally does. It hits her dead, like she's crossed her arm like this, hits her dead like this, and just fades away into nothing.
Not good.
I mean, like, it is water. That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, and she kind of just looks at you, and then because you threw a fireball at her, she, being not completely mad at you, but a little bit mad, is going to let me just check this. I've checked the range at this point. Hold on, can we do this? No, at will. Okay, so you can do that again. I just don't want her to screw up the thing that she wants to do. She shoots down really quickly towards you. She flies down towards you and casts teleport. Make a saving throw versus spells.
Oh, nice. Okay. Versus spells?
Yep, to see if you can resist being teleported.
Nope, I can't.
Okay. Yeah. She teleports you like 30 feet in the air, and then you just drop. So you're going to take 3d6 damage for falling. Unless you have something to prevent yourself from doing that.
Yes. If I can cast a spell, I will.
What can you cast?
Fire staff.
Oh, I don't think so. Not unless it's a reaction spell.
Okay.
No, but you're going to fall too quick. I mean, like if you had like feather fall or something like that, that would work as a...
Okay. No, I don't.
Okay. Yeah. So she's going to, she kind of swoops down when she gets within 10 feet of you and does that, and then finishes the rest of her flight. and you fall and take 13 points of damage as you hit the ground.
Okay.
And now let me just check her range.
Does my ring of protection protect against that at all?
Which it gives you a bonus on your saving throw if you have a ring of protection. +1, I think.
No, it gives me an AC of 2 and a DR of 2.
Oh, yeah. You can have a DR. But
Okay.
it's considered 1 attack, so you can reduce that by 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say so. Why not? I don't think that's how it's supposed to work, but in this case, you are being attacked. I'll count that as a... She kind of swoops down, and like she doesn't actually touch Ronsi. She swoops down close to her. Ronsi disappears, and she then reappears instantly 30 feet in the air and drops. And the creature flies up and, stops again. I just have to check her total movement. But she should be probably about 20 feet away from you guys now. I think her movement is... Where are you, creature? I didn't think you were going to get into a big fight, so I didn't have the stat block out. All right, here we go. 60. Okay, so she's only she's like 20 feet above where Rowan Siege was. She's basically floating above you. Panesta sticks the hose in the water, and in 4 seconds, the entire pool gets sucked into it.
Okay.
The treasure's sitting there on the ground. The creature's up in the air above Rowan Siege, who's flat on her butt, probably because she just landed on the ground. And she says, "You should have saved that for the giant."
Roland Siege is going to say, close your eyes, and then she's going to cast Blinding Light.
Okay, so you're going to try casting a spell at it? Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll initiative. Does anybody else want to do anything? Vanessa, you've sucked up the water. What about Revna? The creature's about 20 feet in the air.
Missile.
Okay, you can just shoot it.
Yeah.
I think, I sucked up the water, and I think I'm just gonna say we should just crush the crystal. She'll get taken back with us, and those two can deal with her.
That's also a good point.
Revna has the jewel. I gave it to her.
Oh, I do?
I gave it to you before I went to grab the earring. That was the point. I didn't know what would happen. That's why I gave it to you.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if you want, we'll leave the treasure, but
I mean, at this point, life is greater than treasure. Yeah. So I guess when I see the water suck up, I would just go now. And if somebody says now, then I'll do it.
Okay, so you're going to crush it on your turn. So she, Goodhill's going to try to throw the spear at her, or stab her. She has a long spear. She'll probably get it from the ground. Helene can't reach her, so she's just like, what the hell? At this point, initiative is rolled. Did you already roll? You did. You have to. She beat you in initiative.
I did.
She flies up 60 feet, so she's 90 feet up in the air.
oh,
Yeah, before you can crush it. So if you want to not crush it, you're welcome to not crush it. But if you want to crush it, you can. But she's now 90 feet up in the air.
Taking her with us was a bonus.
Okay. Yeah, you can do it. Movement happens last, though, so everything else can happen first. We got, let's see. Nobody can melee her because she's too far away. What was Panessa doing?
nothing. I had sucked up the water. I had told Revna to crush the jewel.
Oh, okay, so you weren't doing anything. So basically just the Revenant spell. All right, let me just check her spell resistance thing again.
It doesn't actually hit her. It'll just hit around her because it says I can do it up to 90 feet, and it creates a 20-foot diameter sphere of brilliant white radiant light.
Right. Yeah, it's not a saving throw. She actually has spell resistance, so when it's cast near her, it just dies.
Okay.
Which it does because she has 16, which is exactly what it is. So, you cast it up there, and once again, the magic comes within the range of her and just.
Okay.
Yeah. And she said, well, and I guess Revna crushes the thing. So, if you want to do that, that's up to you.
Yep. I do what I'm told.
Okay. You crush the gem. You appear. Everybody appears back under the tower again. You have an earring worth about 3 copper pieces, and a bunch of water in the ocean, as it would be in the tanks. the creature obviously didn't come with you. It's too far. It was too far away.
Once each throws the earring down.
Anybody else that just kind of hate that everything's always asking us to do stuff for it and threatening us and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking a long vacation when we get home. I'm adventuring.
Well, at least I don't feel bad about taking the water. And I'm gonna march wherever we are. We're underneath the tower, right? I'm gonna go up, use the freaking teleporter, go up to the top, and be like, "Here's your water. I hope it's worth it."
Okay, yeah. I mean, you understand how to use the dial, so you turn the dial to the right thing. Actually the dial. It only the elevator comes down. You get on it. You go up to that level. There are those traps, but you know that they're there. So I'm just going to say you figure out a way to get past them. You tell the Minotaur the right passcode. That brings you up to the teleporter, which you then can hit the number that you want. So you zip up to level 9.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't need to like play through all that because you know the traps are there. You can easily avoid them. Okay, yeah, you come up to level 9. Make sure the creatures are here still. Oh, they are. Okay, good. They're sitting in their separate areas, and they kind of look up when you come in. They say, "Oh, very good, very good. You're back very quickly. Well done.
Thanks.
Did you capture it?"
We got the water. You said you wanted the last of the ocean.
Yes, yes. Kind of looks. Actually, he kind of squints a little bit. You can tell he's doing some kind of magic or whatever because he's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. He kind of walks over to it and he says, "What is this?"
It's water. It's the rest of the ocean. That's what you said you wanted. You said to bring back.
Where is Lasapel?
Oh, you mean the siren who was inside of it that you specifically made all of efforts to not tell anybody about? So we had no idea she was there. So she came up out of the water and flew away. You mean that one?
How did she get out of the water? She was trapped
We touched it. As soon as we touched the water, she came out of it. That was an important detail that you neglected to mention.
Touching the water would not have removed the siren.
Well, it did. We were there.
He raises his eyebrows and he looks at the Pinestra and Ruinseach.
Am I lying, ladies?
Nope.
You only touched the water.
We waded out into the water and she said, "Oh my God, thank you. I'm finally free." And then we tried to get her back in the water, but she just flew up and away. So she's still down there if you want to go get her.
This
you didn't say anything about it. You didn't say anything about a sentient water spirit thingy. We would have, if you had told us, we could have made plans for that.
Yeah, it's not like we didn't ask repeatedly.
It seems to me you are useless.
Seems to me that you won't answer the questions that we ask you.
Fine, we did what you asked. Just teleport us back where we need to go.
He looks at you. Starting, he says, "Step onto the platform."
Why?
So you may be teleported.
Where?
Out of here.
Oh.
Back to where we came from.
Yes, back to where you just came from.
No, see, I think I know where this is going.
I think we like to leave the way we came in.
Exactly. That's how you came in. Or did you forget that as well?
Okay. Vanessa
I would
takes
never
a deep
have
breath.
thought you to be ones who would have teamed with a demon, but it seems you are not worthy to help us.
Okay, wait. Vanessa takes a deep breath because she's like, okay, don't get so angry. Stop. Deep breath. Logically here. Okay, we didn't team with a demon. We didn't know the demon was there. I got the water because that's what you asked for. If you had told us you wanted the demon, we would have brought the demon.
Why would I want water? Clearly I needed a creature to replace the one you killed.
I
Didn't
asked
you
you.
say that everything that you were doing was way beyond our comprehension? How could we possibly have known that?
I think that you have just proved what I said.
No, I asked you, is the collection of the water important to this project that you're doing to not let Kraken come through? And you said, yes, very important.
It is very important. How can I operate this tower without somebody to greet the new people who come? And you so terribly killed my my host.
Yes, well, you asked. She smiles. She has the biggest smile on her face she's ever had in her life. She says, you told us to kill your friend to prove our worth, and then he attacked us and almost killed us, and we survived that.
Yes, proving your
And
worth.
you said the water was important, but the water wasn't important, was it? The
I said that
demon
the
was
ocean was important.
Okay, the ocean was important, but it wasn't the ocean that was important. It was the creature in the ocean that was important.
It was bound to the ocean until you somehow magicked it free.
Magicked it. Yes. Oh, we all-powerful wizards.
Well,
I mean, I'm not trying to be curt, but it pays not to be so cryptic.
you are told what you need to be told.
Do you want us to go back and get the demon?
I'm not sure where the demon is now. It could be anywhere. We'll have to locate another one.
Okay, next time, just tell us what you really want. I'm not a mind reader. I'm pretty good at a lot of things, but mind reading, not in my repertoire.
He looks at Revna, and he make a saving throw.
Okay.
Versus sorcery. I believe that's how that works. Let me just make sure.
Sorcery. Sweet, I get a +4 on that one.
Nice.
Boom. Thank God.
Okay. Yeah, he looks at you, and then he kind of just shakes his head. I think that's how that works. Let me just make sure that's how the spell works. He's casting Discern Lie to see if you're lying about how the thing got free. And this can be done without you going. Once the spell is cast, the sword can detect whether or not those within range speak truthful. Okay, so everybody's got to make it. Hold on. Horrible. Oh, actually, there's no saving throw. Okay, yeah, so he knows that you're lying.
Oh.
Yeah. Because he doesn't really know how exactly, so he's not sure if you're team with the demon or if you did something else besides just touch the water, which is what you said. But he knows you're lying. So he says, because he actually cast it a while ago when you first got up there. When you first didn't come up with the water, but I wasn't sure how the spell works, so I wanted to make it. So he just says, it doesn't seem you are worthy for this task. Somehow you are working with the demon, which probably explains how you ended up at this terrible place. Leave the tower now, peacefully, or we will remove you with force.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. I guess it's the boat way.
We don't have a boat.
No, but didn't they say that there were people that sometimes came here with boats? I was pretty sure.
Yeah, they did. Are you asking me? They did. They did in fact say that. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Again, time. What time means to these creatures is hard to really say. So he's just kind of looking at you. They both are expecting you to leave.
No. I don't know what you. We are not in league with a demon. Anything we might
Well,
have done was
clearly you are
accidental.
lying. Clearly you are lying about only touching the water.
She offered us treasure.
Of course.
We're adventurers. And we couldn't help it. If we just don't make those mistakes again,
You are weak-minded.
Or, we were missing vital information that was needed to help us make a decision.
There was no decision. You were sent to retrieve the ocean. You were given the device of ocean retrieval, which probably needs a cooler name than that. You brought back water. Don't you know that an ocean is more than just water?
Obviously not. I'm a pyromancer, not a cryomancer.
Or an aquamancer. Aquamancer. Sorry. Make myself laugh. Yeah. He says, if you retrieve the demon for us, I could still help you. But I have no idea where she is now.
You have no idea where she is now.
Well, she probably is not going to hang out where there's no more water.
Well, how will she get to more water?
Demons can traverse space in a blink of an eye. She could be anywhere. But if you say she had treasure, she may have waited there. Or if there was a reason to keep her upon the place for which she left. I do not know.
Well, we could take the water back. Maybe she would come back to her ocean. And there were 2 giants that she wanted us to kill for her. Maybe she would stay to see revenge on them.
Maybe. Meanwhile, back on, I keep forgetting the name of the planet. Sorry. Sedastor, that's exactly what she's doing. And because I feel like it, and because I'm weird, I'm going to have you guys play it out since there's 3 of you. Who wants to be the demon?
Hold on, what are we playing out again?
One of you guys gets to be the demon, the other 2 are going to be the giants, and we're gonna have them fight. Let's see if she wins.
I'll be the demon.
I say, you want to be the demon, Crystal?
I'll be the demon.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. All right.
All
right. Let's do this. We're going for it. All right. Giant.
Oh.
We're taking a little side note over.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a very weird night.
All right, how are we gonna do this? Give me a second to organize this. I'm gonna. So you're gonna be. Nope, it's not right. You're gonna be Frost. Do you guys have the Hyperborea book, or you need me to do this?
I have
can
it.
do it. Okay. Let's see. I'll do. So you guys are Frost Giants. There, I'll actually I can screenshot that. But if you have the book, then I wouldn't have to do it. Well, I'll do it. That should be easy. You are a succubus, Crystal. I mean, not in life. Well, maybe I don't know.
You don't know. You never know.
Never can tell.
Chris
Oh,
said,
yeah,
"Don't
I'm
judge."
I'm not saying I'm not a succubus.
Chris said, "Don't judge me."
Yeah.
All right, so that's the Giants.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your hit points. So the D8 per. So your 10 hit dice, so 8d8.
8d8.
Is that for Crystal
No,
or all
10,
of us?
I'm sorry, 10d8 is how many hit points you have. The Giants. No, each of you. The two Giants.
Okay.
Yeah, Crystal's a succubus. She's different.
Yeah.
It's under
10d8,
demon,
right?
Crystal. It's 10d8,
Okay.
yeah, because you're 10 hit dice. I didn't roll hit points for the Giants because I didn't know if you were going to fight them or not.
I'm doing it right now.
Jeez, I rolled 3 1s
Oh no.
and 2 2s. I did get a couple of 8s though, so it kind of
That's
worked
good.
out.
Oh, there's a 1. 8.
So yeah, you're on page 337, Crystal, if you haven't found it yet.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Yeah, 337. You're 6 plus 6 hit dice.
It's the winged lady. Oh,
Alright.
please, can I pet her?
66 plus
Now,
68 plus 6, right?
yeah, it'd be 6. Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
68 plus 6, and then yeah. So the other, thing is that just make sure you can look. I think that the Giants. You guys saw that, right? I put it in the thing. I think that's all the Giants'
Mhm.
powers. Hold on, you might have something else. No, yeah, you got that. Yep, same thing.
I don't know what the Giants' powers are.
I put it in the chat.
You did?
Yep, look in the
Yeah.
Zoom chat. Zoom chat.
Oh, the Zoom chat. Wrong
Yeah,
chat.
I did a screenshot of the book. Yeah. So
Got it.
basically, you can see that those are your stats. You're a regular frost giant, not a Jarl.
Oh, Frost.
Effectively, you're immune to cold. You're vulnerable to fire, and you can hurl boulders up to 150 feet, which is pretty good.
What the hell? Oh, click to open. Damage.
These are the things that happen here on on a Saturday night.
Really?
This is what you do when you want the party to fight the giants and they refuse to do it. So now you just make them do it anyways, but as the succubus.
How
Well,
do
no,
I
that was just
do-
a good point that Finestra made that they might fight.
How do I figure
let's-
out what my 2 hit is?
Yeah, you're 10 hit dice. So your attack is 10. So basically your attack go as it would be is 10.
Can they even hit me?
Well,
Yes.
if Fallen needed 10 to hit AC 0, I would say, God, I hope so.
Well, no, she said that because you need a magic weapon to hit it. But because they're magic creatures, they can, yeah. Yes, they can.
Okay.
Well, if you're, you have a lot of power, so I'm not going to give anything away. All right, so whenever you're ready, we'll do this. I'll just be a referee here. What we'll do is we're gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll. We're assuming that the succubus is going to try to sneak up on the giants. Actually, you can definitely sneak up on the giants. I'm going to give
Okay.
you a roll d6. We'll give you a 1 through 4 to sneak up on them because you have
Okay.
you got lots of powers. So let's see
Yeah.
if you surprise them and get like a sneak attack. Yeah, you did.
3.
Okay.
I did not.
Okay. So we'll give you a surprise round. So yeah, what would you like to do? You see two giants. What are you guys doing? Let's set the scene. What are the two giants doing? Rush and Nikki.
I would say we were squatting over well, as a frost giant, I assume they still cook their food, or maybe they don't. I don't know. Do we cook our food, Panesta?
Probably we train wolves and bears.
That's
so
true, we
probably.
do. So I'd say we were probably sitting there squatting over a fire, just picking meat off a bone and talking about how thirsty. It's like we eat these hams, will be good and thirsty. We can go back down to the water and have a drink.
Yes. I agree.
Nice. All right. Oh, you need names for the giants.
Oh,
Let's get some giant
man.
names.
Giant names. Man, you really put me on the spot here.
I know.
Smurf.
I'm doing it. I am putting you guys on the spot. This is how we roll.
my giant name is Smurgle.
Schmurgle. That seems like a good giant
Schmurgle?
name.
And I am going to be Kazrog.
Kazrog. All right. Okay. Kaz. Oh, no, not Carson. tried to spell check me there. Okay. All right. So, Liza Pyle, what would you like to do? You sneaking up on these things.
I would like to first try and summon some help.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll a d6.
Nope, I
No,
cannot.
they're not listening today. That would have been useful.
Yeah, I would have.
Okay. You could have done that before you got there. So what would you like to do?
Hello?
I'm looking over my
okay.
stuff. I got a lot of stuff I can do.
No, it's fine. It's just like everything went totally quiet, and I was beginning to think my headset jacked. Like I couldn't even hear background noise or nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna first I'm gonna cast teleport.
Okay.
And I'm going to teleport to behind I'm just gonna roll a die. Odd it's Rush's guy, and even it's Nikki's guy.
Go ahead.
All right, Odd. I'm gonna teleport behind Rush, and I'm gonna attack Rush's character.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a surprise. So you can do that. So go ahead. You are 6 + 6 hit die, right? So 6 basically. What's your armor class, guys? 4 for the giants.
AC is 4. Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You also need a 10 to hit them, Crystal. Go for it.
All right. So I teleport behind them, and I say, "How dare you do those unspeakable things to my water?" And I will claw.
Nice.
So 1
That misses.
and 2.
Oh, hit. There you go.
And 5 points of damage.
To who?
To Rush's character.
Okay, Rush, take 5 points of damage, and you as you get torn, you feel claws in your back, and you hear a voice that you've heard before in the water, often tell you to pick up the earring, and you just didn't pick it up because you're kind of a jerk like that. And you turn, and you see this beautiful woman with bat wings and horns and claws, apparently. What would you like? So what's everybody doing? We're on siege. Sorry, Lasapal, what's your plan this round?
Oh, I'm gonna cast darkness.
Okay. How about Schmergel?
I'm gonna pick up a boulder and hurl it.
Okay. Kazarok?
He's gonna do melee. He's gonna just try and whirl around and whack whatever just scratched him across his back.
Nice. Okay, so Crystal and Nikki both roll initiative this round, and we'll have Rush roll next round.
Okay. I'll just roll it in the roll 20.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, simultaneous.
Oh.
Actually, so it goes by Dex. What's your Dex, Giants? Sorry, I was like misopen.
Not as good as hers.
Probably not.
I don't think
Yeah.
it even tells us to it.
7.
It
Yeah, it does. 7. Okay. Oh, yeah, it does. So you're definitely first. So you're gonna go first, and you cast darkness. So instantly
Yes,
everything goes
see
absolutely
that.
black. Which of course the demon can see in the darkness. I'm assuming.
Oh, dexterity 7.
Okay, so we're gonna give you a penalty to hit, and then obviously you can't target something with the boulder in the darkness. I wouldn't say. Well, you can, but you get a chance hitting your friend. If you still want to throw a boulder, that's fine. But melee happens first, so make an attack rush at -4 because it's dark.
Okay. Slash roll
Oh, did you want to move though, Crystal, or no?
D20.
I cast darkness. Can I
Oh, you
move
can't
after
move.
that? Right. I don't think I
oh,
can cast.
you-
I don't
Yeah,
think
you
I can
can't.
cast.
Right, you can't cast and move. You're right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you swing wildly in the dark and don't hit
Yes.
anything. Did you still want to throw your boulder there, Nikki? You can.
Oh, yeah.
All right, go
Yep.
for it. You can't really target anybody, so we're gonna just roll randomly. I'll roll randomly here to see who you target and make an attack because you actually need the same number to hit both of them. I think.
Okay, and I'm going to
Okay.
yell 14.
14. Okay, so that hits armor class. They're -4, so 10. That hits armor
Yep.
class 0, which would hit either one of them, but I rolled and you hit Rush's character. So roll the damage for the boulder.
Sorry. I do yell, next time I'm going to pee in you.
What?
Well, you yell that and then you hit Rush's character. He's thinking, what?
Right? But I'm talking about the pool, obviously, the
Yeah,
water.
of course.
Oh.
14 points of damage.
Yeah, so you take 14 points of damage as a rock smashes into you.
Sorry. What's your name, Rush?
Kazrog.
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 Sorry, Kaz.
Okay, next round. What's everybody doing, Crystal?
I'm casting Infravision.
Okay, nice. How about Schmergel?
Well, I can't see anything, right?
You see a like a 30-foot area of just absolute and complete darkness, which you know your friend is inside of. You don't see the creature that attacked you, the demon.
It's 15 foot.
15-foot radius, right?
Yep.
Or diameter. Yeah, so 30-foot diameter.
15-foot radius from its selected target point.
Yeah, so
Okay.
like a 30-foot circle. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try to run out of the darkness.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I assume you backed up to throw this boulder, so you're kind of right at the edge of it. You can just keep going backwards.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to back up so I want to try to see again if I can.
Okay. Fair enough. You
I'm
definitely
not,
can
I
run
mean,
out
I'm
of
not
it.
complete. I don't think we're completely stupid. So
No, you're not completely stupid. And in fact, you're actually tall enough that it's barely like you probably stick your head up and you can see. Because I think if it's only 15 feet radius, then you're like 16 feet tall. So you're basically, it's like, right. Yeah. If you like.
yeah, I want to
jump,
move
you
to
can
where
get
I'm
out
going to try to get to
Yeah.
where I can see her.
Yeah, you can like jump up and see which direction and move out. I mean, yeah, you're not stupid. Frost giants aren't stupid. You're not hill giants. You're frost giants. How
Right.
about Kazrog? You're in the darkness and you swung wildly and then got hit in the back with a boulder.
Yeah, so I'm probably thinking this is a bad place to be, so I'm gonna like quickly start backpedaling to get out of the darkness.
Okay, so you guys just moving out of the darkness. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I don't think we need to worry about initiative for that then, because you're not moving, Crystal. You're just moving. So yeah, the spell goes off. You can see with the infrared vision, I guess, and you guys step out. You see basically this bubble of darkness. It's a 50-foot radius, about 30 foot all around, and you don't see the creature that attacked you before. You know it's probably in the darkness, I guess, but you don't see it. If you want to throw a stone or whatever into the darkness, you can, but your minus 42 hit. Mechanically. So what does everybody want to do? Rowan Seacher, sorry, I keep calling you like, look at you like, Lasapol, what's your plan? You're in the darkness.
Darn. I messed up a little bit.
Oh,
Give me a second.
that's
Ask
fine.
the others.
What do you guys want to do? Smurgle and Catsrock. What does Smurgle want to do?
I can see her now, right?
No, she's in the darkness. You
No,
see,
she's-
you just
Oh, I
see a
didn't-
bubble of absolute blackness. You figure
Okay, so I
she's in
moved-
there, but you don't know where.
Okay. I'm just gonna throw another boulder randomly.
Okay, we can do that. Let's be minus 4 too.
That's fine.
Okay, how about Catsrock?
She's still in the darkness, right?
As far as you know, I mean, you didn't
Okay.
see her leave, but you were also in the darkness.
Am I out of the darkness at this point?
You are. Yep. You're standing there looking at a
Ah.
giant bubble of darkness. You don't know if
So
she's in
I'm-
there or not.
Since I just backpedaled straight back, I'm gonna grab the biggest rock I can find and just throw it right in the direction that I just backpedaled away from.
Okay, cool. You can do that. You'll just have minus 4 to hit. What about
Mhm.
Broad Siege? I'm sorry. Last Pal, what would you like to do?
Okay. I'm gonna try to. I think I'm gonna try and split them up, if I can. I think I can cast this. Let me make sure again. Yes. I'm going to Nikki's character. I'm going to cast Suggestion,
Okay,
and I'm gonna say, you should just walk away from this while you still can.
perfect. So let's roll initiative. Rush and Crystal roll D6 for initiative. See if the missile weapons go off first, because you will lose. Well, you don't really lose it, but you will be able to cast it if you. Ooh,
Oh, I got a 6.
if you got hit. Did Rush just roll 5? Okay, yep, your spell happens first. So, suggestion spell. Would I guess make a sorcery saving throw?
Okay. Let me just look at the save. 12. Yeah. Nope, I rolled a 4.
Okay. Should not be overly complex. So yeah, so you're basically going to want to do what she said.
Okay. Then
And
I
it lasts
will.
for 24 hours.
I would just turn around and start walking, I guess.
Nice. All right, yeah. Okay, so you don't throw it because it happens before your move, so you do that instead of you drop the boulder on the ground and walk away. Cool. Kazrog, make your attack. Remember, it's at minus 4.
Yep. Whoops, wrong button. -4.
Oh, that hits though. Do some damage.
The stone throw
3d6.
is 3d6. Okay.
Yep. Ooh. Smash. Crashes into Lazapel for 12 damage.
Ow.
As soon as he hears the rock hit, you just hear.
Nice. Okay, next round. I guess basically you're out at this point, Nikki. because
Oh yeah,
you're just like go sit outside.
I'm just like whistling around. You're walking away, whistling
Okay,
a
what's your
frost
plan?
giant song.
Right, what's your plan? Last spell.
I guess I'm gonna come out and try to hit him with my claws.
You're gonna rush at him. Okay, what's your plan, Kazrog?
Well, she's still engulfed in the darkness at this time,
Yep.
right?
Ischios. Yep.
She rushes out.
But you
Well,
don't know
I'm
she's
kinda
gonna rush out. Remember that.
That's what I'm saying. But if I pick up a rock and do missile, and then she goes first and rushes out, I'm gonna lose my attack. So
That's correct, but you don't know that.
yep. But
See how hard it is to be a DM?
yeah, no, I mean, this is more of a player quandary. This happens to players all the time too. So it's like, I mean,
Yeah. No, I mean,
obviously
because you
don't-
know because you know what the other person's going to do. You never know what I'm going to do. That's why I never state the monster's
Yeah.
action until after.
I don't have
That's what I mean by that.
the only one that would make sense would be to pick up another rock because I wouldn't
Right.
sit there and be like, "Oh, I'm going to swing and hit."
Right.
So-
Yeah. Right. Not meta. Your options are either to throw a rock, run in there, and try to melee the creature, or leave. I mean, it wouldn't
Yeah.
make sense for you to stand there waiting for it to come flying at.
Yep.
So which
I
one would
pick
you
up
like
a
to
rock.
do? Okay. All it really means is that it doesn't actually matter because you can attack at the second phase if she gets out there. So honestly, it's not going to affect you that you didn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so since you're going to throw a rock, but you might throw the rock before she flies out. So roll initiative, both of you. Actually, Nikki, you roll the initiative for the bad guys because I don't know why the
Okay.
giants are the bad guys all of a sudden. For the giants, you're both bad guys. Ooh,
Stop
Lesbos
rolling
on fire!
high.
Oh no! All right, throw that rock. -4 to hit, but throw that rock. You might take this succubus out.
20.
Oh my god, our baby's dating the succubus.
Bam!
Whoa!
That's a crit.
It's a crit, actually, yes. So it's a critical hit. Roll a d6. Holy crap. This is not going to be good. Roll a d6 to see what the crit does. 5. Okay, so 5 for a monster throwing a critical hit is double damage. Wow. All right, 3d6 times 2. This could be the end of our poor succubus.
Could be.
Can I actually do ×2?
I do not know if that works like that.
Let's find out. Nope. That screwed all up. Okay,
Yeah, I don't know. It was
Roll.
just like, I don't know. I'm just going to throw out a random number. No, just 3d6.
3d6.
There probably is a way to do it. Maybe put it in parentheses.
26 points of damage.
I think that's probably taking our poor
Yeah.
succubus out.
Oh yeah. I'm dead.
Yeah. So you come flying out. Well, you're not actually dead. So basically, now I'll take over as a DM. So you start to fly out. As just as you break the darkness, the boulder smacks you in the head, and you kind of your eyes go and you fall on the ground. And then Kazrak is like, "We got something new to eat."
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah.
Fire
And then
up on
we
the
cut back to
spit.
Hyperborea. Okay, I'm sorry.
What? So I want to say real quick what I messed up on and what I should have done, but I accidentally I skipped over where it said I could only cast those spells once per day. But what I should have done is cast darkness on myself. I don't think it would have mattered. I still would have died, but that would have been a smarter play because then the darkness would have moved with me.
Hold on. You can only cast it once per day. It wouldn't have mattered because he each had the -4
Yeah.
every time. I don't think
It
that's
says
true.
it says you can cast the following at will, though only only once at a time.
Yeah. You
Hold
can
on.
just cast one spell at a time. So you can't
Okay.
cast multiple spells at the same time.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, obviously. Which you never could do that. But I think just because it's at will, they wanna because like for instance, you could have went ethereal, which is probably would have been the thing that you might have wanted to try. But
Yeah.
again, I threw it right at you with having messed with it. Because then you would have been invulnerable to the boulders because they would have went right through you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because ethereal, of course, everything passes through you. Just while you were casting your spells. But that's what's the challenge of suddenly having a monster that you didn't know you were going to run and read that.
Yeah.
So that was a good challenge. So good job, guys. So yeah, so they're going to capture the succubus for now. So back on Hyperborea, there was a conversation about giants, I think, going on. So the master, and so Penesta says, I got to roll back. He said something to the effect of, she did say something about taking revenge on some giants. And
Yeah.
scene.
Well, she did say that, and so maybe she'd still be there unless somehow she went and tried to attack them all on her own and got herself killed by them because they were super strong.
What an odd thing for you to say.
Well, if you can bring her back, then I don't need the water. And he goes, and once again you're sucked through space.
Wait,
Oh
did
my
he
God.
go the crystal?
No. Okay, so yeah, you're teleported, or shot through space back to. This time you don't vomit because you're used to it. You're basically, you see that treasure in front of you. The ground is completely dry, but there's like the recess where the ocean was. You because you had it with you, you have that big metal thing with the water there. You hear the voices, deep voices. A deep voice. Go ahead, Rush. Tell me what the giant says again when they get the second one.
Oh, after he smashes the face?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Ness said, it's like, let's tie it up and eat it.
Right. So you hear that coming from maybe like 100 yards away down the. Of course, it's dark, because remember you up here, but you hear it from maybe like 100 yards away. So what does everybody want to do?
Oh, I think they're talking about the demon. Well, I don't know. I have no idea. Panessa doesn't know. She says, let's sneak closer to that voice.
Rowan Seach sort of eyes the treasure, eyes off in the distance, eyes the treasure.
I mean, what are we going to do if we don't bring this thing back and they kick us out of their tower?
All right. Let's see if we can go rescue this thing.
I know. I don't like it any more than you do. Unless we can figure out a way to get these things. I don't know. Let's just go see what's going on. That's what she said.
Yeah. Gunhild, does like the thing where she's like, in the darkness, you just hear her. Helene has
I'm right with you.
her hammer up under her shoulder. It is dark. You can hear the voices. I mean, you can move. There's like starlight and stuff, but it's pretty dark. If you want to stay in the dark, you can do that. It's just going to take you a little bit longer to get to where you're going. It's only 100 yards away, but it'll just take you a little bit to get there. If you want to creep up, is that what the plan? You're going to creep? You're not charging, basically, what I'm saying.
Right.
Okay.
At least that's what I think.
Does any one of you want to creep in any different kind of way?
I offer to be a distraction.
A distraction.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna move up first and like make a loudness or some kind of. Does anybody else want to creep up that might be good at creeping?
Yeah, I would definitely hide. I'm not just gonna walk in there.
Right. Did you want to like do any of those things that would set you up for the thing that you like to try to do?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to do that.
You know what? I've never got to really use it. Yeah, I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. All right. Boom. You're invisible. You're moving up with the group. You come to what is effectively a relatively shallow, based on how wide it is. It's probably like about 60, 70 feet wide. Like it's a big, long, wide gap. And it sits back only about 50 feet. It's a huge, basically, cave. It's there's dirt inside, as you can tell. There is, in fact, two very, very large creatures, giants. They are sitting there next to a fire. On the fire is a large, like some kind of, maybe a cow or something. Who knows what's on this planet? Something there. And they're kind of taking it down, and you see laying on the ground on the other side of the fire is the creature that was flying before, the bat wings wrapped around her body. And she seems to be tied up. They're not paying attention to you, and you can see them. Oh, actually, before we get into this, how many hit points did you have left, Smeagol?
Me?
Yeah. Smeagol.
I had 51.
Left? Okay. How about Kazrog? Right, how many hit points was left in your giant?
Sorry, my thing was up. I was muted. I only have 22.
22, okay.
Yeah, because
So
I got
you can see
raked.
these giants are wounded. As they seem to be taking down the meat they have on the fire, and they're about to put on another, probably eat the demon. You're invisible, so you definitely can get a surprise on them. Let me check. Are you going to make a distraction, like a noise distraction, Run Siege, or you're also creeping up?
If I see that they're distracted, I'm just gonna creep.
Okay, let me roll to see if they're surprised. I mean, they're definitely surprised by the invisible person, but let me see if anybody else gets to jump on them as well. Oh yeah, no, yeah, they're totally fixated on eating this. They're like, it looks so luscious. I'm sick of eating this dirt cow that we've been eating. It tastes like dirt, not like cow.
Ow.
It's probably some kind of worm. That makes the most sense, right? So it's some kind of like weird like worm. It's not purple, but it's definitely a worm.
Gross, wormy faced monster.
Yes, the gross wormy faced monster is gross and wormy faced. This succubus will be succulent.
Oh.
Yeah, Smirgle says that, and then Kazrog gives a side eye. Okay, you guys have a surprise round. What does everybody want to do? Run Siege.
We don't have one of those crystals, okay? Because I had an idea, but
You don't know
No,
what?
we don't have a crystal.
yep, I
Nope.
pass. I don't have anything to do right now.
Okay. How about Panesta? What's your plan?
Two frost giants. I'm going to.
Oh,
You're. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Rowan Siege, was that you?
yeah, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Yeah,
No,
just
go.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I want to cast a spell.
Okay. Spell. Panesta?
Revna is invisible, correct?
That is correct.
Or hidden? I kind of want to talk to him. So I'm gonna always walk out there.
Okay. Revna, what's your plan?
Yeah, I'm just going to walk into the camp too and try and maneuver around behind them.
Okay. I get. All right. So I'm assuming you tell Helene and Gunhild that you're going to try to talk to him, Panesta?
Yeah, I'm gonna say this will probably go badly, but just wait, and
Okay.
if I get in trouble, just come in, and swing your hammer.
All right. Yeah. They duck down into the shadows and stay out of the way.
In that
Okay.
case, I'll have a spell prepared.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So they're surprised. You wait until maybe you see like the footprints in the sand of Revna moving up into position, and once she's in a safe spot, I guess, Panesta. All right, tell me you step out. And these guys are there. They're like, quick, get this down. This sandworm is gross. Doesn't taste anything like it looked like on the package.
I walk out and I say, well, advertising can be so misleading sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, I haven't eaten one of those in a while.
Oh, I'm all gristle.
Oh, my favorite part.
I'll look at the succubus and I say, you're going to eat this?
Oh, she's succulent.
Ha 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 ha. Pesta will laugh at the joke. Laugh in quotes, of course. She laughs with her mouth, not with her eyes. And then she'll say, that's funny. Did you kill her? Or is she dead?
No. You must cook them alive. That way the fear adds flavoring.
Oh, well, I always read that fear causes, stress and can make the meat tough.
Yeah, and gristle.
Well, I don't know. I go over, kind of start walking just slowly towards the succubus. This one, I don't know. It doesn't look very good to me. It looks, I don't
So
know.
so the fire is like, so if you imagine, like, if you're the
Yeah.
camera, the giants are like here and here on either side of a fire, and the succubus is behind the fire. So to
Okay.
get to her, you'd have to go around them. I mean, you can
Okay.
walk closer to the fire or any other particular.
Um, I'll kind of start walking towards the fire.
Okay. Well, they
I'll say,
say,
I don't know. Something smells off about this one, I'll say.
wow, okay. You're +1 on your charisma, right?
Yes.
So they say, what do you mean?
You know, sometimes succubus, I mean, I'm not an expert, but kind of an expert on exotic meat. And I say, and sometimes they can go off, and if you eat them, it makes you very sick, can give you gut worms.
Ooh, I like worms.
Yeah, but not, I mean, they would be really bad for you. You would lose a lot of weight, and your system would be all messed up for weeks.
Well, we're hungry and thirsty. The water's gone. So we have to drink her blood.
I still have the thing on my back. Yes.
Well,
When they teleported us.
Yeah.
Back?
Are you wearing it? I figured you left it by the thing. But yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'll say, "Oh, I have water," and I will take off the thing and kind of hand it to them. It's just,
It doesn't look very big, of course, to them.
not to them, but like in this container, there's water.
Okay. You take some, and they kind of point to the side. You kind of look over the side. You see there's a really huge pile of coins, silver, mostly silver and copper, and gems mixed in between.
Take some.
For trade, we take water. You take coins.
Oh, well, can I have the succubus?
Oh, no.
In-
She is. Good luck to eat a succubus. Unless you do something for us.
Okay, she has the smile back on her face. Yeah. Oh, what would you like us to do?
There is a worm. A very big worm. You kill the worm, we could eat for months. You kill worm, we give you succubus.
Okay, where's the worm?
And they point up. You know the side check from the top.
Okay.
You walk around, worm will come.
Oh, I get it. It feels you through the dirt.
Yes.
Okay. Well, all right. I'm going to back up from the fire, kind of go back to where Rowan Feach is hidden, and Helene, and very quietly, so hopefully the giants can't hear me. Okay, we can either kill these guys or the worm. Which one do you want?
I mean, I don't know how big the worm is. These guys look pretty tough.
I was thinking go for the worm, but I don't know. What do you?
I mean, I'm pretty hurt either way. So I'll let you decide. If you want to go for the worm, we'll go for the worm.
Oh, you're hurt?
Oh, yes, I'm
Helene
very
says.
hurt.
Oh,
I thought we had.
I thought you're good
Helene
at falling. No, she didn't heal her, because you
Oh,
fell,
that's
but
right.
she didn't, Helene doesn't just randomly heal people unless you're in the middle of combat. She looks at you, she's like, oh, I thought you wizards were good at falling. Or is that oh, you're not a wizard, you're a pyromancer. Let me heal you. Oh, on these distant planets, sometimes the gods can't hear you that well. Let me
And
hear
you
you
guys
again.
would.
Nope. Sorry, Chris.
Okay.
That's all you get.
All right.
You guys would also know too that, based on your time spent with Revna, that you can probably guess where she's standing. So if you decide not to go after the worm.
Right. I don't know. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Maybe we should just go after the worm there. There's 2
Let's
of
do
them,
it.
and they're big.
Yeah, let's go after the worm.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk back to the giant and go, don't eat the succubus. I'm gonna bring you your worm. Okay? We're good?
They take the water thing and they're shaking it. They're like, "Ugh."
Okay. So you're not gonna eat the worm. Or eat the succubus then.
No, could you open the water?
Oh, is there a reverse valve of some kind?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's 2 things. You, of course,
Okay.
realize that there's a ton of water in here, and if you open it up inside this cave, it's going to make a huge. I mean, which
Yeah,
is totally fine if you want to do that, but
What I will tell them is if you put this in your mouth and I show them the host, and then you open this and you drink what you want, and then you close, and then I'll show them how to work it.
oh,
That's
really? Okay. All right.
That's what I do.
Wow, somehow, maybe you giggle a little bit or something, and they get suspicious, and then you try, and they put it right in your face. They have this hose right in your face.
Okay, I step to the side. I grab the hose with my hand. I open the valve for a second so that the water starts to spray out in copious amounts, and then I close it real quick.
Yeah, I mean, you have it open for all of 2 seconds, and there's a huge amount of water that comes out. It probably would have blown your head cleared off.
Yep, that's why I step to the side.
Yeah, and they look and they look at each other, and they say, "You get worm."
Yeah, I will.
And the one of them, Rush's one, he picks up the water thing. Of course, it's small for him, and he walks outside with it.
Okay.
Right past everybody else is standing out there. Doesn't even acknowledge them.
All right, yeah, I'll leave and start walking and kind of
Like I said, they're not stupid.
They're not stupid.
Giants.
No, I just kind of with my hands, kind of gesture to everybody, let's go. Before they change their mind and decide to smash me for giving them a deadly water hose.
man, I gave you a good. I actually rolled 2 on that, which is super aggressive, but they were already really positive. So I was like, all right, it's just going to be untrusting. Oh man, so all right, so yeah, you hear him. He walks out there, and because again, they're not stupid. They walk over to where the water was, and they open it, and you can see he's filling up the ocean with the water again.
Okay, that's fine.
Of course, burying that treasure that's out there and under the water, but that's.
As we're walking away, I talk to Rowan Feach and Revna, and then I'm just like, I don't know what's wrong with me lately. I seem to be making very poor decisions. So maybe you guys start doing the talking.
I honestly don't think you're making poor decisions. I think that the people we're talking to are just getting weirder and weirder and weirder.
Why is it that the most powerful beings are also often the most stupid?
The Gunhild says, I actually think that was a good idea with the water.
Oh, thanks. Well, we either have to kill them or the worm, and I think I look at Helene and Grunhilde. I say, I think the worm is going to be hard, but I also think those giants wouldn't be easy either. So
I'll be honest, with how our luck is going, I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to have to kill both.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. And if that happens, that's fine. I look forward to shoving the succubus right down the master's throat. Here, take her. Let's go find the worm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you follow the path back up, again, now it's getting colder and colder. Everybody can make a test of Constitution.
You're going to test Constitution. Yeah, I passed. I got a 2. Yay!
Yay. Okay, no, failed. And
I'm not at the computer right now. I'll make it when I get back.
okay,
Make a test of what?
Constitution. If you fail, D4 damage.
I fail.
Okay.
1 point.
It is slowly whittling you away the cold because it is
Wait a minute.
very, very cold here.
Do I take 1 or 4?
You roll your own D4. I rolled those for the NPCs who both took damage.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought you were rolling for me.
Nope.
Ah!
Oh man, no, so yeah, the cold is just really starting to get at you. Maybe being invisible makes it harder to be cold.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, let me do a quick.
And I failed.
All right.
Oh boy, that's not good.
Yeah.
We need to do this. We just need to get to the worm, get the damn succubus, and get out of here.
On a scale from 1 to 18, I'm at about a 6. Just so everyone
Oh
knows.
man.
Oh man. Stay back. Or
Crap. Okay, hold on 1 second. I must do something. Oh, actually, no. I don't know how to do it. GM, there we go. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you guys head up to the top where it is incredibly windy and loud now. The ground is all shifted and you know, it's got this rough, coarse sand that's blowing, and again, it's whipping against you if you're not wearing like armor that's pretty thick. You can actually feel it pelting against you, and the plate mail and stuff, it's not really too big of a deal, or chain even is absorbing some of it. As you're kind of up there, you decide that you're going to just like walk around and make some noise, and after a bit, I mean, I'm not going to worry about how long it takes, you feel the ground rumbling under your feet, and then up from the ground, if anybody wants to do anything like in preparatory, you can. You're still invisible right now because you haven't done anything to make you non-invisible. Goodtil's going to hold her spear, Helene the hammer ready.
Going to prepare a spell.
Okay. Did you want to cast it before the creature emerges, or it's something you do ahead of time, or no?
No, when I see the creature, I'll cast it.
Okay. So anybody want to do anything that's like preparatory?
yep, I want to get out my flying carpet and get airborne
Oh,
before
okay,
it can
nice.
erupt through the ground.
You know, I wouldn't mind getting on that carpet with you. I'm just
Come right
saying.
Okay, yeah, the two of you jump on the carpet and go up. So we'll say I'm going to roll a d4 to see how many rounds it'll take before it emerges. It emerges in 2 rounds, so you can fly as high as you can fly in 2 rounds. How was it, like 60 per? Well, 2 people on it's a little slower, right? Or 60 the speed, but 2 people, I can't remember. But that's as
I
high as
have
you
it
can
right
get. I
here.
don't know how you want to get, but that's you can get that far. 2 rounds worth of movement.
Yeah, 2 unencumbered people or 500 pounds and fly at 60. So
Okay, but you are super encumbered
we are.
because you have that. Oh no, that's right. You gave up the
No,
water.
no,
thing.
I don't. The water thing is the
Right, yeah.
giant.
Yeah, so you can fly. You can be up to 120 feet in the air. If you
Yeah,
All right.
and
Yeah.
we're watching out for Revna if she becomes visible or whatever. I don't want to leave her. I just don't want to.
I love that you leave the 2 NPCs on the ground, but they are heavily armored fighters, so
Yeah,
they
yeah.
prepare themselves for the eruption of the creature, which it does. from the ground. Like first you could see the ground, like the sand goes like a collapse, and Gunhild and Helene stagger back as it's kind of going in, and then probably Revna's too. I don't know. You can tell me what Revna's doing. Rush, and then bursting up through the sand is about 10-foot diameter worm. It is dark purple in color. It's segmented. Its mouth is a huge circle with just gaping teeth all around, and it's going to try to melee somebody. But we'll roll initiative for that. What was Revna reaction as this thing was coming up? What was your plan? Did you want to do anything special?
I think the best way to try and deal with this thing is to just go after it with the laser crossbow.
Okay. All right, so let's do that then. So, Rowan Siege, what is your action? You're in a flying carpet, I guess 120 feet up. Is that how far you went, Nesta?
Yep.
Okay. What's your plan? Unless you're changing that.
Yeah, but I don't think the spell I was thinking of is actually going to work.
Okay.
Well, I can just tell me what you want. I can move the carpet.
Yeah, move us down. I'll cast. I have another spell. I have.
You can
Okay,
fly
I'm
up to
gonna-
60. So yeah.
I'll fly 60 feet closer and ready my boomerang as I do.
Okay. Do you want to throw the boomerang in the second phase too? Because you can move
Yes.
this phase and then throw the boomerang. Okay.
Yes, I
Perfect.
do. Yes.
All right. I mean, it might all happen second phase if you lose initiative, but just in case. Revna, you're doing the laser crossbow, right? And the two NPCs are going to melee. Okay, so Nikki, roll initiative for your side.
Okay.
The worm got a 5. Ooh.
Ooh, let's see. I'll do it here. Oh, come on.
Oh, God. All right, it's going to attack somebody on the ground. It can't attack Revna, who is invisible. So one of the two NPCs is about to be attacked. Let's see. High is going to be Helene. Low is Gunhild. High is Helene. So Helene gets targeted by the worm. That rolls a 6. How exactly does that work? Let me check something. It has more hit dice than what's on the table. I don't know if you're supposed to just do the math or if that's the top. That's the best you can get. I've never used such a high hit dice creature. Not to make you guys nervous or anything. Maybe I should have said that out loud.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Oh, no, okay. So 12 is the most it can be. There you go. There we go. So a 6-inch armor class 2. Helene's armor class is, I believe, 3. All right, so she gets hit by this thing. Luckily, she's a badass. So, I don't know too much about Helene at this point. Okay, sorry. Damage. 2d8. 5 and 4 is 9, and she has 2 points of damage reduction. She takes 7 points of damage and staggers back in pain. Okay. That's all it can do. Like it's one attack. So it now circles around to you guys. Melee is the first thing that happens. So that's going to be Helene. It's going to attack, as is Gunhild. She swings her great hammer, hitting armor class 11, which is not good in any edition. That sucked, getting hit. So she's like, what? And Gunhild is going to attack twice with her long spear, but she has a shield up because this thing's so big, so she's going to do one-handed. That should hit. Yep, that hits for 12 points. And hits again for 10 points. All right, yeah, so she does 22 points of damage to this creature. She digs into it deeply with her spear, and she says,
Nice.
you've never faced a Viking before. And she kind of like looks probably in the wrong direction for where Revna actually is and winks. Since you're invisible, she has no idea where you are. And she stabs into this thing twice. And then missile happens. So that's Revna. Revna, let loose with the laser crossbow. If that is your choice.
Laser crossbow. Where's my laser crossbow? Here we go.
Come on, Rivna.
Pew. Pew. Pew.
Oh, wow, that's 3 good hits. All right. Wow, okay. Use. Nice. That thing is not messing around. 18, that's 25 points of damage, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's to say it's hurt would be an understatement.
Say hello to my little friend.
Nice.
And it's an animal, so it's probably going to retreat after this, unless you kill it. Math is hard. There we go. Okay, so it already went. So, I mean, first phase, you swoop down on the flying carpet, and then missile happens before magic, so boomerang.
All right, we'll see.
I love this a huge worm. You're just like,
yeah, and I miss anyway, because I rolled a 2.
okay, yeah, it's not going to hit. All right, yeah, so it flies back to you. And unleash the magic that is Rowan Siege.
Rowan Siege points her finger at this thing and says, "Bang!" as she fires off magic, flaming missile.
Nice. How's that work? Oh, there you go.
It automatically hits, and it does. I get to do 4 of them because I'm at level 7.
You're
So
badass.
15 points of damage.
Okay. As that was exactly how many hit points I had left.
Nice.
Tell me how you just defeat this purple worm.
Yeah, so she aims her finger like right in the mouth and says "bang," and 4 flaming missiles go pop 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 pop, and it like goes roar as its mouth is on fire, and it hits the ground, mouth like flaming as it does so.
Nice. Yeah, it swishes around like this, and the flames coming out, and then it kind of like slides a little back in the hole, and it kind of crops to the side, and you get this half a worm like leaning over the top, and it kind of moves a little bit and then stops, and it seems to be stopped and dead.
All right, good job, everyone, except for me. So everyone else, good job. Let's get this. Wait, how are we supposed to get this thing back to the giant?
There is almost no way, unless you have some kind of magic beans, you'll be able to move this thing. It's 100 feet long.
I think we just cut a big piece of it off and haul that back to the giants and say, if you want the rest of it, it's right over there.
Okay. What if something comes and takes it?
Well, they're going to have 2 giants to deal with. We'll tell them they better hurry up.
Yeah. That seems like the best idea to me.
Okay. Yeah, you want to cut a piece of the worm off to show that you've killed it?
Yeah.
And head down, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. How you would... So you go down and you bring the piece of the worm to the giants. You know, you've been gone for like an hour or so. You see that they're like just now picking the last bits of sandworm, small sandworm, baby sandworm as it would be, off their pick, and they're kind of looking over at the succubus. They've got 2 big glasses of water, salt water, which is pretty nasty, but to them that's delicious. They see you come in, and they see the piece of worm. Their eyes kind of light up, and they say, "Ooh, you fought the worm."
We killed the worm, and it's ready for the taking. We're not strong enough to drag it all back, but it's dead. Go get it before it rots. Please. It's really good.
Yeah, he looks at you. He looks at the other. They look at each other, and they kind of go over to where that like pile of treasure and stuff is, and they kind of rustle through it. They pull out a couple of big like hooks. And then they just leave. They just leave you there with it. Just walk out. And they start heading up to get the worm.
Okay, let's get the succubus and Yeah, let's just go.
Yeah, she's unconscious, because otherwise she would have just teleported away, obviously. So she's still unconscious laying there. And she's tied up. You can grab her.
All right. Runseach will grab her and say, "We have your succubus," and hope that the other things can hear us.
Can the creatures hear? I'll do like a. All right. They don't respond to that. You're gonna leave the cave though, or you're gonna wait till the giants come back. Like, you're gonna wait till it succubus up, or you're just gonna sit here and hope the creatures respond to you yelling. And do you have some magical means to reach the creatures, or
No, I don't.
or to reach?
I might.
What's his face? Ali, who's there with the creatures.
Oh, Ali.
Ali's there, so if you have any way to reach him as well.
Wait, do we?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I'm asking if you have spells or something.
I may technically have a way to reach the creatures, but I have no idea if it'll work. I have this dust of nightmares and visions.
Oh, interesting. You want to see them in your nightmare?
They might. Well, I was thinking if I try to see them, I mean, they're very powerful creatures. They might see me. And I don't know, maybe I'll be able to communicate with them, or at the very least, they'll know I'm spying on them and know something's up. Maybe they can contact us. I mean, that's the best plan I have.
That sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty cool. I just want to see how it works. Yeah, they weren't really thinking when they teleported you because they weren't in a good mood. Or maybe they did it intentionally. Who knows why they did it the way they did it? All right, let me look here. Dust of nightmares and visions. It sounds pretty cool. The pollen of the black lotus mixed with a small amount of pine sap may be burnt as incense by a solitary magician or cleric, that'd be you, or respective subclass. The user experiences nightmares and visions of the most potent species. The effect is akin to a sea spell, in which the images are perceived in the smoke that ebbs from the incense. The vision is interlaced with nightmares of personal sort, taxing the viewer, and after 6 turns, one complete. You rest for 8 hours, suffer extreme load. Okay, so sea spell. So that's like a scrying type thing, I guess, or is what your point is, right? And you get to hope that they're going to know you're scrying on them. C. Uses reflective surface to see any single creature at distance including 5-foot radius. First surface. Okay. For every turn of seeing, the subject has a cumulative 1 in 6 chance it's still being watched. I gotcha. Okay, I see what you're saying there. So basically, you're going to be able to see for 6 turns, which effectively means they're going to be able to tell if you watch for the whole turn.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping.
That sounds legit. I like it. Yeah, let's say that's going to work. So let's play that out. So you going to do it right here in the Giant's Cave?
I mean, I say we take her back over by the treasure that we were originally at and do it there.
Okay, by the ocean.
Yeah, by the ocean.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, you drag her out there, and you'll have to start some kind of fire, which isn't a problem. Obviously, you're a pyromancer, so you can burn this this incense.
Yeah,
and you go ahead, give me a little description of how you're gonna.
All right. Yeah. So I start up my fire, and I take a breath as I grab a little pinch of this powder out, and I go, well, here goes nothing. And I toss it into the fire like I know how to do, and I waft the smoke back towards my face as I breathe it in, and I open my eyes, and they fill with this smoke as I begin to see through this blackness and think of these two other beings that I want to scry upon. and I think I know them kind of well. So, I mean, I've actually met them, but I guess that's up to the GM to decide how well I know them.
Well, or you could definitely get a better chance if you want to scry on Ali.
I don't think it would do any good to scry on Ali because I don't think he would have any way to know I'm scrying on him.
Yeah, everybody does. For every turn of seeing, the subject has a cumulative 1 in 6 chance of intuit they're being watched. Yeah. Anybody who's being watched would have that chance. I'm just saying, you know them. I would say that if we're looking at this, it's not well known. I'd say is somewhat known by the caster. So 9 and 12, which is still pretty good. I'd say it's known well enough.
I think I'm gonna try to spy on the male.
Oh, it's also on a
his name
different
right now.
world, which is -3. Yeah. So 6 and 12.
Yeah, I mean, like if I think I'm gonna try to what's his name?
Ali or the Atlas.
Atlas. Atlas is who I'm gonna try to scry on because
Okay.
I feel like Atlas is like sort of like what we compared to be a god. So
Okay.
I
Makes
think I'm
sense.
gonna try to scry Atlas.
All right. Fair enough. You roll D6, D12 rather. You got a 6 and 12 chance of being able to scry him.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
please, dice gods. Please, dice gods, be on my side for once. Oh, the dice gods hate me.
No. Yeah. So unfortunately, you're trying to see him, and instead you just see these absolutely terrible nightmares that just completely freak you the hell out. And then, after an hour basically of doing this, you just can't. Actually, I suppose you can keep trying. The attempt to see the subject is not without a chance to fail it, but I guess you just make one check. That's all it is. All right, yeah. So basically, you're not able to see him. You try your hardest, and you just see all kinds of crazy nightmare beasts. In the course of this hour, though, the succubus wakes up. She's tied up, and she's laying near the water, and she opens her eyes, and just as your spell's ending, and you are completely freaked out and lethargic, and yeah, you're gonna have to rest 8 hours to get back your energy. Until then, you're at a penalty of like whatever it is. You have -4 or something, or -2 to do stuff. Yeah. All right. So you're super tired. You kind of collapse over, and just as you collapse over, the succubus wakes up, which maybe is a little bit weird, but perfect timing. She opens her eyes and she looks and she sees you. I'm assuming you left her tied up.
Oh yes.
Yeah. She looks at you, and then you see the bonds that are around her just fall to the ground, and she stands up. And then she says, "The giants," and then of course she can probably hear them like over there. She says, "You saved me from the giants."
Yes. Yes, we did.
I told you that I would bring you to where you'd like to go if you killed the giants for me. But I suppose saving me from them is probably... I mean, killing them would be better. And... let me see. She's in a good mood. I'm going to see if she's going to take it. +3. 7. I'm not sure. But I mean, do you feel like that you did? I mean, if you killed them, then they'd be dead. But you did save me. This is something to think on. He just looked at you.
But in trying to fight them, we might all die. Shouldn't we just get out of here while they're distracted with their... so that we don't all end up on the menu?
Why are they not hunting us?
Why are they not hunting us?
Yes, I hear them over there.
Oh, because we killed a giant... oh, wait. You're not friends with any worms around here, right?
I'm only friends with the wolves.
Okay. We killed a giant worm, and they're eating that instead of you. So we need to get out of here before they come back and decide they're still hungry.
Oh, the worms carry great treasure. We should get the treasure before we leave, no?
What kind of treasure?
Oh, vast treasure. From all those they have consumed. The worms lived for thousands of years. When I was the ocean, a true ocean, the worms roamed the world. They say there was a giant worm, white in color, that could destroy entire worlds.
That. Oh man, the bard in me wants to ask her more questions about that.
Well, you would know that there is the ashen worm.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, I bet it's that one. But I look at the other two and I say, I feel like I'm talking and nobody's hearing me because I'm saying that we need to get out of here before the giants come back. And am I just?
Well, if you care not for treasure, where would you like to go? I'll need to read your mind.
Oh, I look at the other two and say, what do you think, treasure or not? Not just me here.
Rowan Sage babbles incoherently on the ground.
Oh, that's right.
Helene,
Look at
Helene, I'm going to actually roll because I feel like Helene would want the treasure. Yes. Helene says, we've done a heck of a lot of adventuring and haven't picked up hardly anything. I wouldn't mind some treasure. We did kill that worm, and you look at her, and she's got a big gash on her from the worm. Gunhill also wants to get the treasure.
Out of character, isn't there a giant pile of treasure behind us?
That was there
is treasure in the water as well. Yep. It's not a huge pile. It's a bunch of jewelry. There is treasure in the ocean. Yeah, there's treasure in the ocean. There's treasure behind the giants that you saw. That looked like mostly coins, silver and copper. She says the worm has treasure. You don't know how much treasure a worm like this would have. But, I mean, the succubus's treasure is in the ocean, and she's saying the worms have a lot of treasure. Meaning that probably more than she has. But you're welcome to take any of it. If you want to walk into the ocean and get that treasure, you certainly can do that.
Well, Rowan Siege can't.
Right. Well, I mean the group.
I look at Revna.
Whatever. And I'm not trying to be, like that. If they want to go grab some treasure, that's fine. I just want to be gone.
Okay. You stay here and keep an eye on Rowan Siege and the succubus.
Yes.
And I will go with Helene and Gridhild, and we'll get some treasure from the worms since they want it. And I kind of know the giants and feel like they won't kill me on sight, but who knows? Who knows? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills, so let's just go do that.
Nestor is going way out of character today. Okay, so yeah, you go back. Helene and Goodhill follow to the giants, and you see that they are they've got a very large fire going on now, although they seem to be staying away from it as much as they can. And they seem to be cutting slices off the worm and like hanging them up.
Okay.
They really don't pay any attention to you unless you say something to them because they're doing their thing.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to bother them. I'm going to see if I can see any treasure around.
Yeah, you actually do. You can see the body of the worm's laying there, and they've been cutting it open. You can actually see inside the worm. There's like gems and jewelry and all kinds of treasure that I will have to roll up if you want to take it. But just know that's a lot of treasure.
Yeah, we'll take as much as we can because I know that they were interested in it.
Okay, you loot the worm. I'll roll up treasure, and just I'm not going to sit here because I wasn't planning on you having to kill a purple worm. You always take the option I don't think you're going to take. Okay, so yeah, you pull some treasure out of the worm. It could be almost anything. We'll find out next time. And they don't care. I mean, if the giants see you, they don't care. They even cut it open more to let you. They don't care about the treasure. Clearly,
right.
they don't care about
I kind of give them a thumbs up and a smile and a thank you, and we'll just go back to where the succubus is and say, okay, now. And I will say, now can we go, please?
Could I have that earring back?
Yes.
Rowan Siege has it, right?
Oh, she threw it on the ground.
It would have been
Well,
over
this is
there with
fine.
the rest of the treasure.
She threw it on the ground. That's right.
No, she threw it on the ground back under the tower. So, but anyways, she says, you say yes, that's fine. I mean, you have to. She says, where would you like to go? I need to read your mind. And who wants to be willingly allowed me to do so?
Oh, that's right.
Well, what the
Hey.
hell? I'll do it this time.
Okay, do it.
Okay, yeah. She puts her hand on your head or close to your head, and you feel, you can actually feel her presence in your mind. And she says, gather around, everyone. And then she says, think of the vision of exactly where you'd like to be, and I will bring you there. And what do you think of?
Okay,
Yeah, where are we going?
that's a really
Tell
good
me.
question. We can't just leave Ali back at the tower by himself, can we?
I mean, I can't say anything. Sorry.
You
It's true, Eileen's at the tower.
Oh,
know what?
it's every man for himself.
All right, what do you want to go back to where the Seawolf, where our boat was? Or do you want to go to the tower?
Well, if we're gonna rescue Ali, I guess we have to go to the tower.
All right, we'll go to the tower. Oh, I can't-
Okay, before you make that decision, why don't we end it here? So we
Ah,
can think about it, and we'll find out where you go next time.
yeah, let's
Did the
talk about
succubus
it.
agree to come with us though?
She has to come with you to bring you.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, but that's the master's problem.
Yeah. She did kind of do us dirty. So
Everybody we've met so far has kind of done this dirty, except for,
Yeah.
ironically, the giants.
yeah,
So,
the chaotic evil giants.
Yeah, the
You're
Giants
right.
have been the best.
they've been our best friend. I mean, I'm all in on giants at this point. So let's decide where we want to go. Well, we can talk about it in the chat, guys.
Yeah.
'Cause,
I mean,
yeah,
to
we
be
need think-
fair, the Giants have indeed gotten everything they wanted. So they haven't had a reason to turn on you yet.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, great. But we're not
Well,
going. They're
I'm
not going
saying
to
even
get
though
a
they're
chance
chaotic
to.
evil, it's like they're not,
Well, they're not going to get a chance to because we out. We just don't know where we're going to yet. So
Okay. You think Revna thinks hard on where she'd like the party to go, and you are there.